last time balance here for male Drosophila, I had told to you double A. Actually, in Drosophila melanogaster, total 4 pairs of chromosomes are there. So 3 are autosomes and fourth pair is sex chromosome. So here for male Drosophila, X upon A ratio is 0.5. This indicates normal male. Fine. And similarly, in female Drosophila, we are autosomes and fourth pair is XX. So here X upon A ratio is 1. Now in the previous lecture we had drawn the genetic balance theory, and in that theory was there. In genetic balance theory, during experiment by Bridges, a student of Morgan, he identified triploid female, and this triploid female is fertile, and triploid female is crossed with diploid male, and different offsprings are formed there. Fine. So now here X upon A ratio is greater than 0.5, X upon A ratio is less than 0.5, and here X upon A ratio is greater than 1 and X upon A ratio is less than 1. So you remember only this thing. If X upon A ratio is greater than 1, it is known as super sterile female. ઊંધું કરવાનું છે આમાં. X upon A ratio is greater than 1 and X upon A ratio is less than 5. So here super sterile female, here super sterile male. Greater than 1 and less than 0.5. And here less than 1. Less than 1 and greater than 0.5 are same. And here you have to write intersex. Intersex stub. Okay, so according to this, you can write this in the table. But now the last conclusion is this. You see the table properly. If you fertilize the ovum with A plus Y type of the chromosome, third fly, in bottom row, third one, X upon A ratio is 1. So this is known as normal female. Understand this? No? A plus X type of the ovum, double A plus, no, A plus, double A plus double XY, but fertilize with A plus x ना हाँ हाँ A plus double x. So A plus double x type of the ovum fertilized with A plus Y type of the sperm. Generally बनवी जो है male fly है, बनवी जो है male fly है. And here when you take the ratio x upon A ratio, it become 1, and this indicates normal female. This fly indicates that Y chromosome is not responsible for maleness. એટલા માટે બ્રિજિસે એક સ્ટેટમેન્ટ આપ્યું હતું that Y chromosome is not required for maintenance of the maleness due to this. Fine. So you remember this. Now, actually, the next topic I want to discuss with you, it is actually the topic of the 7th chapter, but it is not there in the syllabus. Barabar? But in NEET, it is frequently asked. I am just talking about the gene frequency. What do you mean by gene frequency? The number of individuals in a particular population which consists homozygous dominant character, homozygous recessive character, as well as heterozygous condition. Fine. So here, just for example, you understand it properly. Just for example, for dominant gene, for example, capital M, gene frequency is P. Okay? For example, for dominant gene capital M, the gene frequency is P, and recessive gene small m, for that gene frequency is Q. This indicates that P plus Q is equal to 1. 1 is nothing but 100%. Okay? So when you combine the frequency of both recessive and dominant frequency, the P plus Q become 1. That indicates 100%. Out of P and Q, if you know any one frequency, you find that the frequency in the given population by the one equation. How? See, for example, in one population, in any one population, capital M gene frequency is 10%. This information is given there. Okay? So here you know that capital M gene, that frequency is 10%. So P is equal to 10%. Any one information is given there. Now you remove the percentage, so P becomes 0.1. If you know the P 0.1, then you identify the Q. So Q is equal to 1 minus P. So 1 minus 0.1 is equal to 0.9. Clear? Now, to identify the frequency in a given population, how to use this? Frequency in population identified by P plus Q square. Fine. So now P square plus Q plus Q square. Put the values. P square 0.1 square, it becomes 0.01. Fine. 2PQ. What's the answer? 2 into 0.1 into 0.9. 0.80. Okay? And last, Q square 0.9 square 0.81. So you make a total here, it becomes 1. And convert this into percentage. So first 10 percentage plus 18 percentage plus 81 percentage. 100 percentage came fine, but this 10 percentage is for P square, so it represents capital M gene. Clear? Then 2PQ it becomes 18 percentage, so this indicates heterozygous condition, and this indicates small m. So now the question will be asked like that: if in a given population for gene capital M, the frequency is 10 percentage, what is the frequency in the population in heterozygous condition? 18 percentage. Okay? Fine. I will give the one question. Just for example, in a given population, for recessive gene, the frequency is 40 percentage. For recessive gene, frequency is 40 percentage. So, what is the frequency of the heterozygous condition in that population? Zero? No. Yes. What's the answer? 48 percentage. 40 percentage for small m. So Q is 0.4. Fine. So the answer will be there. 48 percentage right. But I can tell the whole answer. If the recessive gene for that frequency is 40 percentage, homozygous dominant condition 36 percentage. Is it there? Heterozygous condition 48 percentage and homozygous recessive condition 16 percentage. This will come. Any type of the frequency. अच्छा, બીજું તમને એવું પણ પૂછી શકે છે કે હેટેરોઝાઇગસ કન્ડિશનના પરસેન્ટેજ તમને આપે, હેટેરોઝાઇગસ કન્ડિશનનું પરસેન્ટેજ તમને આપે, બરોબર, અને એસ્ટિમેટેડ હોમ ડોમિનન્ટ કે રિસેસિવ જીનની બેમાંથી એકની ફ્રીક્વન્સી તમને આપી હોય તો તમને રિમેનિંગ ફ્રીક્વન્સી તમને પૂછી લે કે સપોઝ આ જ ક્વેશ્ચન આપણે વિચારીએ કે 48% heterozygous condition is there, right? So for example, recessive gene for that 36% frequency is there. So what is the frequency for dominant condition? 40%. તમને જે ક્વેશ્ચન આપ્યો એમાં કે તમને રિસેસિવ જીન ફ્રીક્વન્સી આપીને હેટેરોઝાઇગસ કન્ડિશન પૂછી, બરોબર? હેટેરોઝાઇગસ કન્ડિશન આપીને તમને રિસેસિવ જીનની ફ્રીક્વન્સી આપું અને તમને ડોમિનન્ટ કન્ડિશન તમને પૂછતા હોય તો તમારે એ રીતે આન્સર આપવાનો છે. ઓકે, સો હિયર આઈ કેન સ્ટોપ નાઉ. Then we will discuss in the next lecture.